Welcome to English Made Easy. Learn through stories. In today's English lesson, we will start with an English story and then explain a few words and phrases from the story to help improve your vocabulary. Let's get started. The Busy Bluebird. Chapter 1. The Industrious Bluebird. The busy bluebird lives in a big forest. She works hard every day. She flies around and finds food. She builds her nest with care. The bluebird is very busy. The bluebird has 3 friends. There is a squirrel, a rabbit, and a fox. These animals do not work hard. They like to play and rest all day. One morning, the bluebird was flying around. She looks at the ground and finds some seeds. She eats the seeds and feels happy. I like to work, she thinks. The squirrel is sitting under a tree. He is eating nuts. Hello, squirrel, says the bluebird. What are you doing? I am eating nuts, says the squirrel. I like to eat and rest. The bluebird thinks, the squirrel does not work hard. He just eats and rests. The bluebird flies to the rabbit. The rabbit is lying in the grass. She is sleeping. Hello, rabbit, says the bluebird. What are you doing? I am sleeping, says the rabbit. I like to sleep and dream. The bluebird thinks, the rabbit also does not work hard. She just sleeps and dreams. The bluebird flies to the fox. The fox is lying in the sun. He is very lazy. Hello, fox, says the bluebird. What are you doing? I am lying in the sun, says the fox. I like to rest and be lazy. The bluebird thinks, they all do not work hard. Chapter 2. The Berry Bush Discovery. One day, the busy bluebird is flying in the forest. She is looking for food. She flies over a big bush. The bush is full of juicy blueberries. Wow, says the bluebird. Blueberries! Yum, yum, yum! I can make a blueberry pie. The bluebird feels very happy. She flies fast to tell her friends. Who wants to help me pick the blueberries? She asks. Not me, says the squirrel. I am too busy eating nuts. Not me, says the rabbit. I am too tired to sleep. Not me, says the fox. I am too lazy to lie in the sun. The bluebird feels sad. Okay, she says. I will pick the blueberries myself. The bluebird flies back to the bush. She picks the blueberries one by one. She works very hard. She fills her basket with blueberries. Chapter 3. The Helper's Refusal. The busy bluebird has a basket full of blueberries. She wants to make a pie, but she needs more things. She needs flour, sugar, butter, and eggs. The bluebird flies to the squirrel. He is still eating nuts. Hello, squirrel, says the bluebird. I need flour, sugar, butter, and eggs to make the pie. Will you help me? Not me, says the squirrel. I'm too busy eating nuts. The bluebird feels very sad now. Okay, she says. I will get the flour, sugar, butter, and eggs myself. The bluebird flies to her nest. She gets some flour and sugar from her pantry. She feels a little tired, but she does not stop. Then the bluebird flies to the fridge. She gets some butter and eggs. She feels more tired, but she keeps working. The bluebird puts everything together in a big bowl. She looks at the flour, sugar, butter, and eggs. She feels proud of her hard work. I will make the best blueberry pie, she thinks. Chapter 4. Preparing the pie. The bluebird starts to mix. She works very hard. She mixes and mixes. The bluebird feels tired, but she keeps working. I can do this, she thinks. I can make the blueberry pie. The dough is now ready. The bluebird adds the blueberries. She mixes everything together. She feels happy. The bluebird pours the pie dough into a pie tin. She smooths it out and looks at her work. She smiles. She feels very proud of her hard work. I will bake this pie, she thinks, and it will be the best blueberry pie. Chapter 5. Baking the pie. The busy bluebird has the pie dough in the pie tin. Now she needs to bake it. She puts the pie in her little oven. She sets the timer and waits. She feels tired, but she is also excited. I can do this, she thinks. I can bake the blueberry pie. Soon, there is a delicious smell coming from the oven. The pie is baking. The bluebird feels happy. She knows her hard work is almost done. The smell of the pie goes into the forest. The squirrel can smell it. The rabbit can smell it. The fox can smell it too. They all come to the bluebird's nest. They see the bluebird taking the pie out of the oven. The pie looks so good. It smells so sweet. The bluebird feels very proud. She looks at her friends. They all want to eat the pie. But the bluebird remembers. I did all the work, she thinks. They did not help me. The bluebird takes the pie out of the oven and lets it cool. She smiles and feels proud of her hard work. I will enjoy this pie, she thinks, even if I do it all by myself. Chapter 6. The Lesson. Hello, Bluebird, says the squirrel. The pie smells so good. Can I have some? Hello, Bluebird, says the rabbit. The pie looks so tasty. Can I have some? Hello, Bluebird, says the fox. The pie is so nice. Can I have some? The bluebird looks at her friends. She feels a little sad, but also proud. She thinks about all the hard work she did. You did not help me pick the blueberries, says the bluebird. You did not help me get the flour, sugar, butter, and eggs. You did not help me mix the dough. You did not help me bake the pie. The squirrel, the rabbit, and the fox feel ashamed. They look down. They know the bluebird is right. I did all the work, says the bluebird. So, I will eat the pie myself. The bluebird takes a big piece of the pie. She eats it slowly. It tastes so good. She feels very happy and proud. The squirrel, the rabbit, and the fox watch. They feel sad. They wish they had helped the bluebird. The bluebird eats another piece of pie. She smiles. She knows she worked hard. She knows she deserves the pie. The squirrel, the rabbit, and the fox learn a lesson. They learn that hard work is important. They learn that helping friends is good. The bluebird finishes her pie. She feels very happy. She knows she did the right thing. I am a hard worker, she thinks, and that is good. Chapter 7. The Happy Bluebird. The busy bluebird finishes her pie. She feels very happy and full. She looks at her empty plate and smiles. The squirrel, the rabbit, and the fox are still there. They feel sad and sorry. Bluebird, says the squirrel, we are sorry. We should have helped you. The bluebird feels happy to hear this. She smiles at her friends. Thank you, says the bluebird. I am glad you understand. Working together is good. The squirrel, the rabbit, and the fox nod. They feel better now. We want to help you next time, says the squirrel. Yes, we want to work with you, says the rabbit. We will not be lazy anymore, says the fox. The bluebird feels very happy. She knows her friends have learned a good lesson. Next time we will make another pie, says the bluebird. We will all work together. Yes, says the squirrel, the rabbit, and the fox. They all feel excited and happy. The bluebird looks at her friends. She knows they will help her next time. She feels proud of her hard work. She feels happy to have good friends. The bluebird and her friends sit together. They talk and laugh. They feel happy and ready to work together. The bluebird looks at the sky. She feels proud and happy. She knows that hard work is good. She knows that working together is even better. The end. The story is aligned with the A1 level of the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, CEFR, which is the beginner level. Here are 5 words, phrases from the story along with their meanings, examples from the story, and examples from real life. 1. Busy. Meaning, actively doing something, working hard, or being occupied with tasks. Example from the story. The busy bluebird works hard every day. She flies around and finds food. She builds her nest with care. Real-life example. My mother is always busy in the kitchen, cooking delicious meals for us. 2. Lazy. Meaning, unwilling to work or use energy. Not active. Example from the story. The fox is lying in the sun. He is very lazy. Real-life example. On Sundays, I feel lazy and just want to stay in bed all day. 3. Help. Meaning, to assist someone in doing something or to make a task easier for someone. Example from the story. The bluebird asks her friends for help in picking the blueberries, but they all refuse. Real-life example. My little brother helped me clean my room yesterday. 4. Proud. Meaning, feeling satisfaction and happiness about an achievement or quality. Example from the story. The bluebird feels proud of her hard work. She looks at the basket full of blueberries and smiles. Real-life example. I felt proud when I got an A on my maths test. 5. Promise. Meaning, a declaration or assurance that one will do something or that a particular thing will happen. Example from the story. We will help you next time, says the fox. We promise. Real-life example. I made a promise to my friend that I would help her study for the exam. Here are 3 things the reader can learn from the story. 1. The value of hard work. 2. The importance of helping others. 3. The consequences of laziness. This story and voiceover have been provided by English Made Easy. Learn through stories. Copying or re-uploading is strictly prohibited.